Good afternoon, members, and welcome to a double segment of In the Know with Joe the Pro and On the Greens with Dan. So we're here on number 1 fairway. If you look behind us, you can see the gravel road that is going to help the dump trucks get in and start our pavilion project. So we need your help in navigating through this time that's going to be a little bit challenging for all of us, but we want to give you as many holes of golf to play as possible, as well as access to the range, but there will be times that we're going to be limited. For instance, we are now teeing off on the back 9 first. So after you come off of number 18, you will come to number 1, even though the hole is going to be closed because there's going to be heavy traffic going back and forth. You will actually follow the signage. Thank you for following the signage, which will direct you to number 1 fairway. And then as you approach the green, you'll see some more signage taking you into the right rough on number 1 and over to the path, which will then take you through the tunnel. What this all boils down to is we need everybody to be a little flexible on a day-to-day basis, because every day could present some new challenges for Dan and I as we're trying to take care of you. For instance, we think next week you will not be able to drive past the putting green and be able to get to the chipping green or the range. So we will most likely be closing the chipping green and, of course, the short game area on the back of the range, and just trying to navigate carts getting to the range so that they can then tee off on number 10. One of my suggestions would be maybe do your putting first, then go to the range, and then you're able to go to number 10 right from there. Dan, you have anything to add to all that?
Yeah, the only thing that might be different is frost. So sometimes frost hangs out on the putting greens a little longer, and we're a little more protective of them. So you might be able to get to the driving range, once the halfway house demolition is in full effect, we're gonna have to cut across number 18 right in front of the creek. And so if it's a really frosty morning, we might not be able to take carts there right away, but that might open up sooner than the putting green. So that might be the only wrinkle, is just every day is gonna be a little different. How we get you around, but just check in with the pro shop and we'll try to make it really clearly marked.
We are absolutely loving having to get here even earlier on these fall and winter days just to map out what our day is going to bring. I do have a couple of congratulations, and I know Dan does too. I wanted to congratulate Mike Poston and Tom Blythe for their holes in one last week. It's pretty amazing. I think we're up to almost 25 holes in one this year. Dan, how about you? You got anybody to acknowledge?
No hole-in-ones, but we do have a couple people on the crew that got some awards last week at our annual banquet for our local association of golf course superintendents. So Nick Hitler, superintendent of Tavern Creek, won the championship golf tournament. He's a pretty good player, so that's nice. And then one of our newer additions, Kirk Myrold, is, he's a well-educated guy, but he wants to pursue a career in this, and so he's looking to go back to school, and he won a nice scholarship from the association. And between that and the scholarship from the country club, his whole education is paid for online turf degree. So that's really exciting.
All right. Well, thank you again for attending, and please work with us as we're, embracing this pavilion project. And again, we're trying to get you out here and as much access as possible. Thank you for tuning in to the double segment. Dan, it's always great working with you.
Yep, pleasure. Thanks for watching.